Good morning, YouTube. What the heck is up? It's another beautiful morning. Today, I just want to put out the disclaimer that what I'm going to be talking about or who I'm going to be talking about, I have to say this because, he's making waves right now. So I got to put the disclaimer out there. Number one is I do not agree with everything this particular individual has to say, their opinion or whatnot. But one thing I will say is that I've got to give props to people who get themselves to a certain length of fame, success, whatever you want to call it, good publicity, bad publicity. But anybody who's able to acquire X amount of thousands or millions of followers, pretty much off the strength, of themselves, I got to give them credit for. So with that being said, I don't agree with everything this person says. And, I do have to admire some of the things this person has done, me as a YouTuber. I don't care what the hell you other guys think. You can have your own opinions, but I gotta say, man, your man DJ Akademiks. DJ Akademiks, man. All I know is Akademiks is, for the most part, if you're familiar with this YouTube, Akademiks is for the most part one of these satire guys. He started off doing the Chirac documentary thing, back when Cheap Keat came out and when O Block was going off. He was like the main reporter. And at that point, he was just a regular dude with the YouTube. Had, a handful of followers. But one thing I could say is he's been consistent. And he got all the way consistent to the point where he rose up to the levels of being on a show that was produced by Complex called Everyday Struggle. His co-host was Joe Budden, along with another young lady. I forgot her name. Please forgive me for that. But all we do know is that he rose to the top of the ranks pretty much, just grinding, And that's why I kind of had to start that out because I even recently got into an argument with a close relative about Akademiks specifically. And this relative is a woman. And she had nothing but bad things to say about Akademiks, which what we're about to talk about is probably going to explain why she feels that way. But what I told her is don't get caught up in your feelings because there's a logical side and there's an emotional side to everything. And a lot of people run with the emotional way too much. That's why people vote for the wrong people. That's why people end up making bad relationship decisions. That's why people do a lot of things because they go off the emotional. And as I grow older, I realize that ain't nothing got to do with emotion. Most of the time it's business. Most of the time it's money. Most of the time it's something very logical that's going to allow you to make a better decision in life other than the emotional. So what I was telling her is, despite how you feel about Akademiks, whether you think he's misogynistic, whether you think he attacks women, or whether you think he's a bitch ass nigga, whatever you think about him, one thing you gotta do, the same thing you can do with, Tasha K and some of these other people like, I guess Just Hilarious. Maybe they're not good examples, but I'm just trying to give examples of people that a lot of people dislike, but they pretty much grinded their way to the top and got to where they, are. And if they were so insignificant, me and you would not be talking about them. So that's kind of the point that I wanted to give to my relative is that, hate who you want to hate, but don't let that block the fact that this person has done some significant things with their life up to this point. And that's kind of how I feel about Akademiks. I ain't got no hate on dude. If anything, he's part of why I'm inspired to do this YouTube thing. So I can't hate on Akademiks. The one thing I can say is I can definitely say that, this past weekend, bro, he was just basically ready to crash out. I mean, all I know is it started off with somebody indicating that Meg Thee Stallion might or should sue him based off of the results of the recent Tory Lanez trial. And he went on specifically on one of the, I guess, attorneys or something for mentioning his name, saying that, he purchased information or documents relating to the case and put it out there. And I mean, basically, he was insinuating that they were saying that he could be bought by Tory Lanez, and he didn't like that. Now, that's just scratching the surface. For some reason, I don't know if Akademiks is like one of those people who bottle a bunch of things up, but even if you are, usually that's for like, I'm going to give a time frame, anywhere from a year to 6 months. Anything happened to me in the last 6 months or a year, if I'm petty and, I've been holding this in and you start an argument with me, chances are I'm going to bring that up. But I know people like this. Again, I got relatives like this. I got relatives who will act cool, with you for years, and, well, everything's fine. But the minute something goes sideways, and it don't even have to be sideways with you, but the minute something goes sideways, oh man, anybody who has even disrespected, stepped on this person's shoe in the last 10 years is fair game. And I don't care if any of those people were there on that person's deathbed, if they were there to help them nurse their child, if they were there to help them pay bills, fix a car, whatever it is. You got certain people, for whatever reason, if you do anything to them, God forbid anything bad has happened in the last 10 years, man, they put you up on an indictment and just start selling out. And that's kind of what happened with Akademiks. He didn't just stop at Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. He went off into Eyka Badu, to SZA, Mysonne. I mean, this guy, he even was about to go at LIl Wayne's daughter, Reginae, which that's when I was like, all right, man, act, man, big act, whatever, bro, we get it, bro. We get that you have a chip on your shoulder. Me, as a fan, I get it, bro. I get it. You got a chip on your shoulder. A lot of these industry niggas been talking down to you like you a nobody. A lot of people not acknowledging the work you put in. I mean, let me say this, bro, without sounding like, like I'm just trying to just sit here and brag on you. Let me just say that, bro, people know. And I know you got this big meetup coming up in September up in Jersey, and I know the last one didn't go too well. And based on how you've been acting the last couple days, I don't know how this next one gonna be. I know good publicity, bad publicity is all good publicity, whatever. But man, you letting a lot of people know where you at, and you pissing off a lot of people. And that can't be good. That cannot be good. Because whether or not anybody specifically will pull up on you, a lot of these people got relatives. And a lot of these people got relatives that are ready to crash out. I wouldn't be on the internet talking shit about anybody's mom, daughter, whoever. So, whatever's going on with Akademiks, I could see that he hasn't posted in the last couple of days, which, anybody who's familiar with Akademiks, man, this guy is a straight hustler. He posts like every other 3 hours. Now, maybe he needed a vacation. It sounded like he did. Maybe he need to cool off. And, it looks like Punch from TDE also chimed in and put up a post and then erased the post. Anytime you erase the post after you put it up, you might as well just leave it up, man. Because whatever happens to Akademiks outside of that post, man, if you end up in jail or, end up on trial for it, trust and believe somebody's got that screenshot. So I don't even know why people take down posts. If you put up a post, stand by it. All that pull it down shit, it's not working, man. Like, what's wrong with people? Stand on it, So just don't post nothing if you don't mean it. And I see also, while we're talking about posts being taken down, I see also that SZA post that he put up is down. I think the Eyka Badu post is put down. I'm not sure if he got flagged. I'm not sure if he got suspended by YouTube. But Akademiks got some splaining to do. You got some splaining to do, man. And you probably got a lot of ambulance chasing or a lot of you got a little PR campaign you need to set up, probably, dude. In my opinion, if I'm your peoples, you got to send out a lot of flowers and a lot of thank yous and all that, dude. Because right now, I mean, you got people like Joe Budden who jumping off the boat like, bro, I don't stand with this dude. Like, I do not. And, just like me, I have to give the disclaimer because, even if I'm a fan of you, I can't be associated with you, bro. Like, this is bad. So, DJ Akademiks, man, do what you need to do, but don't crash out. Don't crash out. I think you've named enough names this week. So maybe you need to chill out and start going back to talking about Young Boy and Lil Baby and Uzi Vert and just things, the fun stuff you do, because this whole random crashing out on everybody thing is not a good look. So please check comments, like and subscribe. This is Remy reporting with TNN, and I just kind of wanted to chime in on that because that seemed like something to touch on. Y'all be easy. Enjoy your day.
Listen.